Welcome to the Aligned Soul Entertainment Podcast, where you get to be human and quantum leap. I'm your host and transformational mentor, Christine Michelle. Let's talk manifestation, magic, and all things entertaining, because life was meant to be fun. So let's go have some. Hello. This podcast is brought to you by the Quantum Manifesting Academy. QMA is the 6-week group coaching program where you get to shift and become what you desire fast, because quantum leaps get to be #normal for you. This group program is amazing and it's facilitated by me. Check the link in the show notes to find out more. But it includes one-to-one access, it includes group videos, it includes a lot of hot seat coaching and more. Check the link in the show notes and let's get to the show. Hello. It is Christine Michelle and I am here to talk about a really fun topic. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about. And it is how to instantly change your mindset, and how shifting this one word will help you to instantly change where you are to where you want to be. So let's talk about it. All right. So in this podcast, I'm going to talk about lessons that I learned from Mazikeen of the Lilim. And those of you who do not watch Lucifer on Netflix, you need to get on it. It is such an amazing show. There's only one more season left and my heart is breaking, but there's so much there with the desires and then with Mazikeen and just living your best life. It's so good. So that's my Netflix recommendation. I have many more. I should do a podcast on it. All right. Then you're also going to learn the 4 reasons to remove these words from your vocabulary. You're going to learn about my story of shifting this word. And then I have a journal exercise for you that's going to help you turn your using this one word to this new word. Okay. So let's talk about Mazikeen. So Mazikeen of the Lilim. If you don't watch Netflix, Mazikeen is the right-hand woman to the devil. So Lucifer is a show where the devil comes to Los Angeles for vacation. And he is not the devil you traditionally know. He's more of an angel that was sent to hell in order to punish those that were doing wrong on the earth, right? So he's not an evil person. He's just an angel who's doing his job, right? So Lucifer has a right-hand woman. Her name is Mazikeen. And Mazikeen is she's a demon. She's one of the people that help the devil, help Lucifer to rule and do all the things in hell. But she is sworn to protect him. Therefore, she is now in LA with him. And so there's a scene where Maze, they call Mazikeen Maze for short, she's talking to her psychotherapist. Yes, I know, Dr. Linda, so LA. And so she's talking to Dr. Linda, and Dr. Linda, in her effort to be a therapist and rephrase the what Mazikeen is saying, right, for clarity, she says, so you have to. And Mazikeen says, oh no, Dr. Linda, I get to. And so you see there's a small 3 words shifting from have to get to shifts the entire energy of the statement, right? Not only does shifting her from saying I have to do something to be like I get to do something, she now has massive power and she's assuming accountability over whatever she has to do, and she's getting out of victim mode, So what I want to do is just show you 4 reasons to remove have to from your vocabulary. And I have a fun short story. I was just watching some of the old Beverly Hills Housewives, and it was funny. Kyle actually said this point. I know it was in the summer, and I stopped watching it after Lisa was no longer on it because I love Lisa Vanderpump. But anyway, Kyle said she's changing all of her have tos to I get to do this. And it's so powerful. So if you're a housewife fan, this is for you. Anyway, 4 reasons to remove have to from your vocabulary. Reason number 1 is you get to get out of victim mode and get to power mode. So when you think you have to do something, you're in that victim mentality. You feel like you have no choice. It's beyond all of your control, and that someone else is deciding what you have to do in the moment, and you can't choose anything else, right? And so that's when you think about like, oh, I just have to, right? Cue the cry baby, the wah, I just have to do this. I have no choice, right? But I have news for you. You always have choice. You always get to choose, right? And by shifting your perspective, you regain some semblance of your own power. When you start using the words I get to for whatever situation you feel that you have no power over it, your perspective changes. And with choice comes many, many possibilities, right? So just shifting those words, just shifting the words from I have to I get to opens your awareness to all of the other possibilities that you were previously blind to. Okay, so that's reason number 1. Number 2, blame versus accountability. When you have to do X, Y, Z, you're kind of blaming it, right? You're blaming whomever or whatever is quote unquote making you do whatever it is. You take no accountability for the situation, and therefore you can't change it. When you choose to blame someone else or give someone else power over you, you can't change the situation. So the only way to shift is to accept accountability for the choices that you've made to get wherever you are. You don't have to accept accountability for what someone else is doing to you, but for the choice that you've chosen to either remain where you are or to get there. And then once you accept the accountability, remember this, accepting accountability isn't making you wrong. It's just making you aware that now you have a choice. Okay. And so once you acknowledge and say, okay, I'm here in this situation. There's some choices, some previous energetic vibration or something that allowed me to get here. So now I can choose something else. Accountability doesn't make you wrong. It gives you power to choose. And so if you continue to blame someone else for where you are saying that I have no choice. I have no choice. I have no choice. And that you have to just be where you are. But the moment you choose to acknowledge that you do have a choice and that you can assume responsibility and now you get to choose, it makes it a whole different ball game, baby. All right, number 3, force over choice, right? You're speaking of a choice when you're in the the energy of having to do something, right? Feel that I have to do this, right? You're basically saying that someone else or something else is forcing you to act in a certain way. And when you're forced to do something, you have no choice, right? Your free will to choose has been removed from this situation, and you can only do that which you've been forced to do, right? But if you shift from have to get to, honey, that brings back all of the choice. Now you get to choose how you move forward. And when you have choice, you can look at that situation with a fresh set of eyes. All right, number 4, the last one. You go from no options at all to all of the options, right? When you say I have to, you're saying I'm out of options. But now that you have choice, guess what opens up? More options. When you think that you have to do something, that means there's no other option and you have to do this specific thing and that's it. All doors to any possibilities immediately close. And then you become blind to the plethora of options that are before you. When you shift your perspective to be like, I get to, you open those doors. You're saying in essence that I get to go here, but I could go here, and this is my choice, but I could choose something else, right? You could do something else. But I get to do this right here, right now. It's a small shift in your language, but opens up the possibilities available to you in this massive, amazing, abundant universe. And so as soon as you shift this perspective, you will show yourself the other ways that you get to move forward. You see? And so by going into the I have to, and this is what I have to do, and I have no choice, it places you in a position of losing the power that is already available to you. But changing those words will immediately shift your mindset. And so let me tell you my story. I have a have to get to a story. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Christine Michelle, and she was working in corporate America for a long time. I was a corporate executive, and I worked for large companies, the the Coca-Cola company in Atlanta, Victoria's Secret in New York. I was the corporate girl. I was pretty successful, right? But in my heart, I knew that I did not want to continue working for someone else. I was an entrepreneur and a creative at heart. And I was ready to lead my own organization, help as many people as I could, right? I'd get frustrated when my ideas or suggestions or changes in business would be shot down because I knew that I could lead an organization and I knew that that was just what I needed to do, right? Now, during my time in corporate, I was in that have to point of view, right? Because I was making a lot of money, right? And so I felt like I had to continue the corporate route and that there was no other choice for me. And so I was just continuing to do the same thing, live the same life because I didn't want to what I thought was going to have to happen, which means change the standard of living that I was accustomed to, right? I felt trapped in my success. I went to work every day with I have to vibe. And then eventually I began to resent what I was doing, right? Those feelings didn't align with who I truly was and what my soul truly wanted. It didn't feel good. I didn't want to go to the office and it didn't feel good to go there. And I dread doing it, right? So what I did was I first did a language shift, right? So the first thing I did was I shifted the have to go to work. I have to go to work to say, and I get to go, right? I no longer had to, I got to. And I chose from that moment that I was no longer going to give my power away. Right? I knew that there was always a choice in every single moment. And in this choice, I was choosing to go to corporate. And then I changed from the victim mode to appreciation mode. Yes. Right? I began to look for the amazing things at my current job that it allowed me to do. Right? Not only did I get to lead and guide an amazing team of direct reports, but I was actively mentoring and coaching already, right? What I dreamed to do, I was already doing. And in addition to the salary that I received, right, I chose to see this salary as an angel fund for my business, right? I chose to see this job as my side job and my business to be my main business, but this to be the angel fund funding my business, right? So I was able to use that money for funding, advertising, promotions, and able to use those resources while I was working this corporate job that I got to do. I was so appreciative and so grateful for every single day that I was able to go to that corporate job because it was funding my business. It was getting me off to the right start. And so the day I chose to shift my mindset from having to do something opened me up to the possibilities that already existed, opened me up to the possibilities that, oh, I can use this to fund this. Oh, I can use my current existing coaching and mentoring experience that I've been using for the last 20 years. Well, I'm doing that now, right? I'm already the mentor. I'm already the coach. It got me to shift my identity and become that person already now, even though the job I was doing was within the corporate job, right? So it helped me align with what I desired while I was there, but I had to shift my mindset. Instead of dreading to go there, thinking that I was forced to go there or had to go there to maintain my lifestyle, I shifted it to I got to go there, and it changed everything. And then I was able to manifest myself out of that situation and working for myself full time. So your mindset is key to manifesting anything you desire. It's the same thing. So I have a fun, amazing journal exercise for you. And so there are going to be 4 steps to this exercise. And I want you to go through each of these steps so that you can shift your have tos to get tos. Okay? So the journal exercise to shift your have tos, your haves to gets. Step 1, ask yourself, where in my life am I doing what I should, quote unquote, do, or what I think I have, quote unquote, to do? And I want you to create the list of all the things you feel like you should do or have to do. And then step 2, I want you to write this. Once you are clear on all those things, shift your perspective about each and every one of them. Number 1, you're going to say, are these things necessary or am I just tolerating them? Write necessary or tolerate next to each one of them and be honest with yourself. Number 2, if these are tolerations, intend to remove them from your life. So list all the things that you are removing and how you're going to feel when they're gone. And then write a request to the universe, to God, to source, guidance, whoever whatever you call it. Write a request to the universe to say, remove these things from my life with ease, grace, swiftness, and flow. And then number 3 of this, if these things are quote unquote necessary, shift your perspective about them. Make them things that you get to do. Make them things that you decide to do. So you're going to list all the things that you are grateful for about this specific situation. You're going to read this list aloud and feel that gratitude in your body about this thing. And then you are going to write a request to God, universe, source. And that request is going to ask that any new choices and opportunities present themselves to you easily and quickly. All right. And that was step 2. Step 3, rewrite the list of things that you get to do with appreciation and love. Remember, you decide to do these things right now. You have a choice. New opportunities that are even better will quickly show up. So you're going to rewrite this list. And now you're going to list it the get to list. And then number 4, step 4, going forward, ask guidance that you become aware of when you say you believe you have to do something or you should do something. And then as you become aware of that, shift it. Say, oh, no. Rephrase, I get to do this. Oh, I have to go wash my hair. Oh, no. I get to go wash my hair. I get to go watch the kids. I get to sit here and do what I want to do. I get to go to work. I get, right? You get to receive what you desire whenever you desire, because that is the way life works. That is the way what we were sent here to do and to experience. You get to live your best life now. All right. So in summary, you are turning your have tos, shoulds to get tos and decides. And then you're going to choose whether it's something that you get to do going forward or if it's something you're just tolerating and you're ready to let go. So I love this. This is my favorite tool. You can shift your mindset in an instant just by shifting from I have to do this to I get to do this. I decide to do this. This is the way it works for me. So feel that energy shift. Go forward, do this journal exercise. If you are watching this and you're a huge Instagram person, even if you have 3 followers, you love Instagram, then you need to come follow me on the gram. Snapshot this episode. Tag me at The Aligned Soul and tell me I love this episode. I went ahead and shifted my have tos to get tos, and I'm feeling good. Tell me how you feel. And also, if you're loving this as much as I love recording this, as you can probably hear in my voice, definitely leave me a review. Leave me a 5-star review. Give me a 5-star rating. Tell me how amazing this is, and I will keep giving you this daily amazing manifestation and mindset content so that you can quantum shift like, whoa. On that note, hugs and kisses and all of the feels, remember to what? Be her now and take your aligned soul action today. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Aligned Soul podcast. And if you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed recording it for you, please leave a 5-star review. It will help get this podcast out to even more people, and I get to have more fun with you. Also, come join the Aligned Soul Collective, which is my free Facebook group that is growing with a whole bunch of women that love to talk about entertainment, the manifesting, quantum shifting, and all of the things. And remember, never forget to just be her now and take aligned soul.